Recording in progress.
What's up, everybody? It's that time of the week, that time of the day, that time of the month.
Yeah, it is.
I switched it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Got to keep them on their toes.
Yeah, you do.
You're listening to The Good
The Band.
and The Ugly. I'm Big Papa.
I'm Jeff.
And we've got a show for you today, as we say every week.
We do.
We got a couple shows this week.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
We've got Jimmy Falco on tonight.
Yep.
We have Stoney Curtis tomorrow.
That's awesome.
So Jimmy Falco is going to be bringing the Spook House Props talk to us.
Good.
The Scars and Stripes, the Fall from Humanity,
Yep.
all those things. Dead Rose, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we got all that going on.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, obviously we've got Uncle Jimmy.
Yep.
So Uncle Jimmy is going to be joining us just any second now. He's probably turning his camera on as we speak. And,
Let's hope.
well, yeah, I know. He knows what he's doing.
There
Look
he
at
is.
that. Boom.
Hello.
Oh, hello, mate. Hello, Governor.
Hello,
See if I can-
Governor.
Put him over there. There you go.
There you go.
He's on the other side now.
Yep.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Not bad, guys. How you guys doing?
Good,
man.
Good, man. It's been a week of last week we didn't have the episode up because we had some testicle difficulties.
Yep.
With Billy Johnson, but we are going to re-record that one because we are looking forward to having Billy back on.
Yeah.
But boy, it's been some music. I mean, Sharkies, we had Scars and Stripes. We had the week before that we had Against the Grain out at Tiki and Scars at Tiki.
Yeah.
We had Infinity's been all over the town. I mean,
Yep.
I've been out listening to bands all week, and
And here's one that nobody has heard from in a while. Mother Cover was playing
You up at
Up
A
north.
Bay.
up north in Clayton.
Yep.
yeah, that's pretty cool
That's
stuff.
yeah. Thank God they're back.
That's their third show.
Yes.
They've done shows this year. So
Yep.
far.
Oh, really? Huh.
It's all been up there.
You know, the other thing is, I got to tell you, every place I go lately, and Jimmy's been there to witness this.
Okay.
People are coming up and giving us some great feedback
yeah.
for the show.
Yeah.
Sean Brennan, out of nowhere, came up and started talking to me the other day, and
Yep.
huge.
She watches every show.
Yeah, watches every
episode.
show. Has
no kidding.
loved it since the beginning. I mean, it's been really it's been cool, the feedback we've been getting. So for those of you that have taken the time to come and see us, when we're out in public or whatever, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
man.
Yeah, we've had people like
We won't bite. Come up and talk to us.
Dan Puff, Jennifer Holmes. These are people that have been reaching out to us.
Yeah.
On a regular, that have just said they like the show.
Yeah.
So we appreciate when we run into you guys out there talking about the show and everything. And anytime you get a chance, and if you see either Jeff or I out, please don't hesitate to just come up. Some people don't want to come up and they think they blah blah blah. No, come on up. That's what we're here for.
We're not shy.
No,
You're
we're
not
doing
shy.
this. We're doing this to have fun with you guys. So please make sure you.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Come up,
yeah.
say hello, shake a hand, take a picture, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I'll
asking.
even sign an autograph. I don't care.
I don't know about that one.
A dinner check if you want to.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Yep. Well, I just signed that.
Right. But again, like I said, thank you so much for everybody that comes up and make sure they let themselves be known when they're in front of us. So.
And thanks to our new sponsor, Sharky's Event Center.
Sharky's Event Center. Yeah. I mean, I know we've mentioned it a couple of times, but Jim over there is he's doing a lot for local music.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the weather isn't always playing nice.
No.
But
No.
he's got a great setup over there.
Yes.
You've got an outside show with a roof.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could fit 800 people in there comfortably, without exaggeration. I've seen 850 in there with breathing room. he's got some great national stuff coming up. We just had a week that we were supposed to have a couple bands there, but they couldn't make it.
Show we got canceled because of weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then we've got the Rods are coming up. You know, great band. It's been around forever.
Ever.
A redo because
What's that?
that's a redo show from the smoke.
Yeah. So, we got all kinds of stuff coming up over there. So we want to thank Jim for being, the latest sponsor.
Yeah.
If you see a show that you want to go to over there, reach out to us. We might be able to hook you up with a ticket. Buy one get one free or something like that. Yeah. Jim's willing to work with us, and we're very excited to have him as a sponsor. It's a good fit.
Yep.
They're right down the road from the studio here, and we plan on doing some interviews with some of the national acts that come in. So,
And that'll be fun.
Yeah. So, what do you have for your pick of the week this week, Jimmy?
It'll be on tomorrow on my Tuesday local artist. They're called Mad Damage, and it's Jeremy Nelson. He has a couple bands that he's worked with. Purple Light is another one of his bands, and Dealer's Choice. And he gets out to, plus he does his own thing. And they're going to be headlining Rockfest at Monterey's. Dealer's Choice. That'd be my pick of the week. They got a bunch of good bands going on. Solo acts. So Saturday at Monterey's. It's going to be a good show.
That's your pick of the week.
Yep.
Who's at Sharky's this Thursday? Do you know?
Brass Ink, I believe.
You are correct.
I did not. I think it's correct.
You're correct. I wanted to see if you looked at it. I mean, we have to focus immediate. Our pick of the week should focus immediately on our sponsors immediately. And then obviously we go over to places like the Maplewood and stuff like that. But first and foremost, Sharky's Event Center. Second foremost, Good Nature Brewery.
Yeah.
They've got some music going on down there where we thought that they weren't going to have it. Jeff and I knew from the get-go it was not going to be the case. They were always going to be doing some stuff. So we're excited to see what they've got going on.
Yep.
Our good friends, Gridley Page, is be playing around. They're playing out in Utica this weekend, I think. So, we want to give shouts out to people here. Tim Moyer listens to the show every week.
I'm sorry, Tim.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Tim.
You're hearing the same stories over and over.
Yep.
But shout out to Tim. And usually we like to bust Tim's balls, but he's a good egg about it.
He's short.
He is short, but he could say stuff like, you're fat.
Yeah.
And he could say that to me too.
Right. I get it.
See what I did there?
Threw himself under the bus.
Mike, did you get hats printed up? Did you do any hats?
No, this is a Harley hat. This is a Harley hat.
I mean, it's a Harley hat's nice, but what about hats?
Well, you don't wear things on the front.
Yeah.
I'll wear it because I'll wear it like that.
What's that say? The Exorcist on it?
That's what I thought it said.
Foxfest.
Hello, Jimmy.
I'll wear hats, but I don't wear shirts.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
all right.
We will be selling hats.
Yeah.
If you'd like to.
I'll put that right on my top of my list of paying for.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Uncle Hiram. Uncle Hiram's pick of the week.
Dealer's choice.
Part of the tribe.
Today it's Jimmy's show because you got Jimmy, and Jim. So you guys are going to have to change
Who's the third Jimmy?
Who's the third
Who's
Jimmy?
the third Jimmy?
Oh, my God. Who's your next host? Holy shit.
No.
Jimmy Falco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And Jim from Sharky's.
I see what he did there.
Wow, he's just fucking drawing straws on that one.
I see what he did there.
Yeah, we can say it's the Bald Show.
I'll tell him that you don't really want him on
Going,
the show.
gone. Follically challenged.
Yep. The Follically Challenge show.
I'm telling you, I'm going to grow
Featuring.
it. I'm going to grow it from the back and push it all the way forward.
Comb over.
Yep. Comb forward.
Oh, you're going to go there. Are you? You're really going to go there with him?
No, I'm going to start at my ass crack and go with my back hair all the way. I'm going to grow my back hair.
Man, that's a lot of hair.
I
That's a
see
lot
what you
of
did
hair.
there, you Douchebag.
Could be a little cranky.
Oh, hang on a second. You know what? This is what kills me.
Yeah.
Well,
So Jimmy's like, hey, you gonna send me that Zoom link? I'm like, I've sent it to you twice now, but yeah, hang on, yeah, let me. It's this.
We got
This
the
is
one.
Jimmy's like, I said, don't forget, we got the podcast on Monday. He's like, oh yeah, don't worry.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing: you got a guy who's doing this by his phone, and I thought wouldn't even know how to work his phone.
Yeah, and we have the closest thing to a millennial that we're going to get.
Right, I know.
And he can't figure it out.
Can't figure it out.
Jimmy's been 50 since
fair.
Jimmy's been 50 since he was 15.
Right.
Yep.
Send me the link.
Let's see.
You guys ever seen Jam Theory?
Jam Theory, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Jenna and her husband, who
And,
used to play with Scott Patnode
Oh yeah, yep.
and
I'll
Timmy Lariviere, I think Lariviere or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. We saw him on Saturday.
Good?
Friday. On Friday.
Okay.
I saw him on Friday. I mean, I've seen him a couple times, but they had a good show out at where were they?
Easy for you to say.
I know.
Rain dead today. I've had so much going on.
Well, the weather's been crappy up there for you anyway.
I was home at the house for the past couple of days. I had to take care of the animals, for my daughter. So I've been over there.
Grandpuppy sitting.
Grandpuppy sitting.
Kitties. Yeah. And my grandson, he disappears. He's a ghost.
Oh,
you're here. Okay, goodbye.
I've had enough. I'm leaving.
That's what your grandson says?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, what are you going to do? Kids are kids.
Yeah, Frank and Essie had a real big show at the retreat this Friday night also. It was mobbed.
Was it?
It was mobbed.
Well, you know why? Because
Yeah.
Frank likes to unbutton his shirt down to his belly button, and
He better button it back up then.
Did you show off all his gold chains? And
Rico
stuff?
Suave. He's Rico Suave.
Showing off his gold chains and whatnot.
He doesn't do the gold chains.
No,
he just does. He does Frank.
Okay.
Love Frank.
Frank does Frank.
I love Frank. But
Frank's great.
hey, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing.
No.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we got your pick of the week. We got your pick of the week.
It's really nothing. Tennyson Ave. I got to give them a shout out. They're playing at on Friday night, I believe it is.
Where?
At, the tavern at Village Green. What's that one?
At the Village Green?
Pasta's on the
Pasta's on the green.
Pasta's on the Green. They're playing there.
Man, what did you take? Are you stoned today?
I tell you, I feel like I am.
You took an edible or two.
Did you eat some of the kids' candy?
I thought it was kids' candy. I guess it wasn't. It's
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
It was a rough day and a rough night.
Yeah. It's been rough. Yeah. It's been rough all over. I mean, the weather's been stifling, and then finally it cooled off a bit. Then it rains like a son of a bitch.
Up here, when I was coming up, Route 11, just outside the corners up there, the Shumps Corners, side, underwater. A road going from, I think it's 68, going from Route 11 to 3 was totally closed down.
Really?
Water over the road. Greenwich Beach was underwater for by about a foot in places or better, and Deer Creek, which ends at beach, and it's got a berm going all the way across.
Yep.
And Deer Creek broke through.
Wow.
So now Deer is now connected to the lake again.
Nice. Well, that's been the weather report from Uncle Jimmy. The weather and flooding report. Thanks for all that, Jim.
Well,
Mr. Falco.
Look who joined us.
Is he there?
We can.
Can you
Let me
hear
see
me?
if we can hear you.
We can hear you,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
Wow, cool. I don't have to use these headphones. Good. They're from like 1901.
You tell me about it.
Ah.
Even better.
Speaking of since 1901, that has been our pick of the week with Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, it has.
And
Uncle Jimmy, say goodbye.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Uncle Jim.
we don't have to like
Bye, Jimmy.
be. I'm supposed to be the rude one.
I
You're
forgot.
supposed to be the nice one.
Yeah.
You're supposed to say, "Okay, Jim."
Roll reversal, biatch.
All right, Jim, get out.
Jimmy, tell me they're assholes. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Well, he'll be the first to ever say that.
I know.
Later, Uncle.
Oh my God, Jeff.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on
buddy,
there,
what's
Spook
up?
House? Late-
Oh, nothing. Just finished up a day of working on masks and everything, and just joining you, lovely gentlemen, for a little bit of a hangout, and then I think Ariel's gonna make some dinner, and then I got to go to my parents. So that's the plan for the evening.
Nice.
Nice.
So, for those who don't know that are
Tell your
not-
father I said hello, will you?
For those, you
No.
anything else you want to?
No, man, I love his dad.
Well, we love everything to do with his family. But what we want to say is,
Yeah, sorry.
for those of you who are not from Syracuse and are listening, because we have listeners from all over the country, this is Jimmy Falco. He is a local guitar hero, and I don't mean the video game. He never gets boozed during his solos,
No.
like
Well, that's good.
you know. But we want to welcome, and Jimmy's going to tell us a little bit about his history around here and some of the bands, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Spook House Props.
Sure. Thanks
Absolutely.
for having me out.
No,
First off,
Yeah.
we appreciate you being here, brother. I know you're a
Oh,
busy
no.
man.
oh yeah, busy. Sometimes it gets a little monotonous, but it's okay. No, I've been playing in the Syracuse music scene for almost all my life, since my early teenage years, with my band Dead Rose was the first one, and then I joined Under the Gun, which was another popular cover band in the area, and then after that I worked on a bunch of original projects here and there in between each of those, and one of them was more of like a melodic metal band called Fall of Humanity, and we had the opportunity to tour the country a couple times, and that was a really, really awesome experience. And we actually were just talking about that yesterday with Ariel's parents, and just kind of sharing some pictures and stuff. And the best part about, the whole touring thing is seeing the country and seeing different parts of where you've been, stuff, and that was really one of the best parts about it, and obviously to play to different audiences all over the place. But yeah,
Who'd you go out with? First of all, who else was in that band with you?
So Fall of Humanity was, like I said, it was Marcus Rafferty, who is now the current rhythm guitar player for Mudvayne. He was also a guitar tech for Hatebreed, Hell Yeah, and a couple Lamb of God, and a couple other projects. He's been in the industry forever.
Yeah.
And then his brother Mike Rafferty was on
The drummer.
drums.
Yep.
And we had two bass players. We had Doug Rice was the first bass player, and then we had Joe Grosvent, as many know him as Joe Nasty here in local scene, as bass player. And then that's it. And like you said, we did three tour. We did one smaller tour and then two bit larger tours. The two larger ones were about a month long with about 30 dates. And we basically did a kind of a Northwest all the way out to the West Coast run. And then we did like a Midwest one and then a smaller one on the East Coast. But like I said, it was a great experience. And if anybody has the opportunity to do it, I would say do it, see how you like it, and see how it goes. Especially, it's very tough, especially in this time of day of digital stuff and social media and everything, and you don't have to leave your living room to be a successful musician. But when you go on the road, you usually just break even and stuff, and you're going out there for the exposure and just the experience and the fun and stuff. yeah, it was awesome. I don't regret anything of it. And
Did you go out with Did you go out with a national band, Jimmy, or did you guys go out on your own?
no, we went on our own.
Oh, no kidding.
We we just went on our own and stuff, and we might be doing some stuff in the future. I'm not sure what Fall of Humanity holds, but we kind of are just more, taking it easy, and maybe we'll get together to play a show once or twice a year here in Syracuse, because Marcus is so busy with Mudvayne and stuff, and they've got serious touring that's going to start commencing here in the summertime. But so we kind of all know the place and stuff, and that's it.
So Mark kind of got that gig. I think he was like scheduled just to do like one show with them, wasn't he? And all of a sudden they liked it and decided to have him stick around. Or am I reading that wrong?
I think he, like you said, being in the industry for so long, he was really, really close with the guitar player, Greg Tribbett, and they decided, and he was tacking for him for Mudvayne. And when Mudvayne kind of came back, they had a lot of songs that needed a second guitar, and they said, Marcus was the obvious choice. So that's where he kind of slipped into that slot, and really happy for him and really proud of him. And he's done a great job, and he's always been great to me, and always a nice guy, and always, cracking jokes, always a good guy. And
yeah. And his brother was a drummer for Brand New Sin as well, right?
Right. The original drummer, Mike Rafferty, was the original drummer for Brand New Sin. That toured the country a bunch of times with a bunch of national acts like Black Label Society and a million other bands.
Right.
Mike is a phenomenal drummer, great guy. But like I said, it's tough to make a go at it in this day and age as an original, metal band alone. It's just tough. But we kind of, like I said, we kind of take it easy, and we really don't play much anymore. Haven't been writing anything due to us being so busy, Marcus being so busy, and me being busy with my business and Scars and Stripes, and which is my current band that I am in that plays locally here in Syracuse, which I'm beyond grateful to be a part of. A bunch of great guys as well.
Oh, yeah, every one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Every one of them. Your newest addition there, Mr. Tellerico, is fitting in nicely.
Yes, we've definitely had a revolving door of drummers that have come and gone.
Sounds familiar.
During the band, all
great.
Not for all amazing drummers. Nothing, hostile or dramatic about them leaving or going or anything like that. It just was, hey, either I don't want to do this anymore. He's got, or people who had family stuff, and like there was Dom, Mike Waite, and Sal, who was the drummer from Stain, who obviously has a very, very tough schedule to juggle playing in a local cover band 2 or 3 times a weekend, which can be a little bit overbearing. So, but we're really happy to have the current drummer, Jason Tellerico, who is phenomenal and always comes prepared. Such a nice guy, so regimented with his way he does stuff, and kind of a good influence on all of us. So I'm very, very grateful to have him in the band, and grateful to have Jeff and Joel and Bill be up there with me and stuff. And we have a blast, and there's never any issues. And it could be, everyone says it could be tough to be in a band with 5 guys, but sometimes when it's just everybody gets it, it's very simple, rather than one person doing this, one person doing that. So Jeff, Mike, so
yeah,
a little bit.
Well, yeah, we went through our share of drummers, but it was all because of hostility.
Yes,
strictly hostility.
Every one of them.
What a pain in the ass. That's crazy.
Well, what do you want? The poor sons of bitches have to sit back there and
stare at your
look
ass.
at my ass for 3 hours. Yeah.
That's fine. As long as they do, like I said, you come up and you do your job and have fun and perform and put on a show, and then, unload your, pack up your gear as quick as you possibly can, and speed to Taco Bell before it closes.
Right. And, it kills me because he's not kidding, because he's on stage, and I think he was at Tiki a couple weeks ago, and he's like, Just want to let you know this. They reintroduced whatever it was.
Volcano
Right.
Burrito, yep.
The volcano. Yeah, there you go. He's
Yep.
like, can't wait to get out of here. If we could hurry up and hurry the show along, I got to get to Taco Bell. So,
Yeah, I'm like, Jeff, I'll start packing up now. Jeff will finish the last couple songs so I can get to the drive-through and get my. I've been obsessed with Taco Bell since I can't even remember. I don't know what it is. It's just like,
Right.
People are obsessed with doing drugs and alcohol. I'm obsessed with eating Taco Bell at every location possible.
There you go.
I mean, that's what it is.
Could be worse things, bro.
maybe you could start writing the jingles for them. Like some of these other guys are doing.
Every single ending of a song will just have the bell, the gong.
Yep.
The end of every-
So, you mentioned get a little chihuahua. So you mentioned Dead Rose earlier, and I don't think people realize how young you guys were. Now, Thursday,
Yep.
I'm walking through the crowd, and it's bike night, and I see a guy walking around with a Dead Rose shirt on.
Yeah, Walt, and I think there was another one out there. I think I saw as well. Dead Rose was a very, very was like the first real band experience. I mean, it was very eye opening. You learned everything. You went to bars at underages. Being underage, going to a bar and learning how to set up, learning how to sound check, learning how to actually play at loud volumes and not in your
basement.
Right.
Playing with a band and stuff. And that was great. And we were a bunch of very talented, very young guys. So it kind of,
for sure.
It worked nicely to do that. But Dead Rose was great. We won I think we won 2 Sammys, and so was really happy to do that. One of the members is not with us anymore, but it went on for as long as we could until we kind of matured and got a little bit older, and that's it. And like I said, in between that time, we're kind of disbanded. I did a little bit of original writing and stuff until the whole Under the Gun thing happened, and then I think the rest is history, and I think the rest pretty detailed.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't Windex here, but
I was going to bring the Windex bottle down. Jimmy has a very unhealthy obsession with Windex, and to the point where when I walk into when you see somebody at a show, you wave, and Jimmy, I just look and go. And he's like, okay, that's our rock and roll version of
Got to have ammonia in it. Can't be the ammonia free because it leaves streaks.
No, that's like non-alcoholic beer,
see?
man. Gotta have the right stuff.
I have very bad OCD, and that's my favorite weapon of choice is Windex. I got other things I like too, like Barkeeper's Friend, whatever it's called, that fucking stuff. But I could talk to you about cleaning products for 35 minutes.
Yeah,
Great.
wow. That's for show number 2.
Yeah.
So, and all this touring around and playing since a young age, because most guys come into it older than Jimmy did, and they may have had their fanboy moments or whatever, but Jimmy came into it at a young age where he was still new to music, he was new to the whole thing, so this all rushed on him. I mean, I think the first time I saw them, they were like in their probably 15 years old or 16 years old.
Yeah, it was the 15, 16 age range where we were starting to be allowed to play at bars with the parental supervision and everything like that.
Yeah, because I remember the first time I saw them, they opened for the Audacity at the Halligan's 2.
Yeah, I remember that. That was over near Diner. I remember that. That was with a guitar player, my guitar teacher, John Ferrara's band, and Derek and everybody else who was in that, Chris. But that was again, that was more of when we started to just be the band that opened for everybody. We opened for them, Under the Gun and 3-Inch Fury, and One Arm Crank, and we were just the band that always would be before, and then we'd always stick around to see how the the big boys would do it and how they reacted to the crowd and stuff, and stuff like that. Obviously, it was more of a harder edged crowd when you're a younger teenager and you're just finding your way in being in live music and stuff. And it was great though. It was a lot of fun, and I still love doing it. It can get, like I said, monotonous sometimes with, playing the same songs, but that's why you always pick new ones, and it's good to rotate venues and stuff, because bologna cheese sandwiches.
We had a lot more venues back then.
Right.
That's the thing too, and we're on a very, very limited rotation now of venues, and back then there was a lot of outdoor venues, a lot of clubs that would just be so strong, and you just never think those would close, those would go away. Yeah. And did over the years, and so it was cool to experience different venues adapting, changing, name changes, closing, reopening, bar meeting, learning who the bar owner is and the booking and all that other shitty stuff of the business. But yeah, Dead Rose was great. I'd love to do a reunion with them one year, or if everybody be available for it. But Jeff's itching to ask something.
Well, there you go. Go ahead. Ask.
You better do it.
Ask the question.
Actually, no. The thing I wanted to know is, why aren't you guys on like Spotify yet?
What, a Dead Rose?
Yeah, throw that album up there.
Yeah, I think me and Andy own. I think Andy more. I don't know.
Okay,
he's got copyrights and stuff of with our. I think we have a couple EPs, and then there's a full length album and stuff. I think one of them was on there. I'm not sure. Maybe the most recent one, but I could talk to him about that. Put on Spotify. Follow Humanity is on Spotify for sure. I know that for a fact.
Oh, dude, exactly, I listened to some of that the other day, and it was just, believe it or not, I was like, that's some face ripping stuff.
Yeah,
and I listened to Mike drumming.
Well,
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, Mike is a machine, and the cool thing about Follow Humanity, it was kind of a butting of the heads of screaming vocals mixed with that melodic chorus singing, and me being in the band was a huge, heavily influencing of 80s rock guitar mixed with modern metal and stuff like that, and that was a cool hybrid, which I think that was kind of our sound, which is great, because the Rafferty brothers are they're the very, very tough sounding, lower tuning stuff, and I'm the fucking guy coming in with the Guns N' Roses AC/DC kind of vibe kind of thing.
Right.
So
yeah, it worked.
Blending. Yeah, it worked pretty cool. But yeah, we had some success and stuff. We shot that cool video with for Seasons and stuff on that waterfall, and that was kind of our biggest thing. And then everyone kind of did their own thing, and it kind of fizzled. And I know they got another guitar player when I left as well, but I think that fizzled as well. But again, like I said, everybody in the band still talks. We're still all good with each other. And I think the only thing that we probably do is just, maybe would write some new music and then play shows here locally. I don't think we'd ever take it on tour unless there was an opportunity, the correct opportunity for everybody in the band, if Mud brought us out or something like that for a short, span of time or whatever. I mean, obviously I run my own business and I have to keep up with that, but obviously me being my own boss, I would have to make, exception. But, but yeah, that's, about it with that.
Oh, so throughout your career, so throughout your career, who have you who's been your coolest meet so far?
Did that come out right?
It didn't. Who did you meet?
Who's had the nicest meet?
Yeah, Mike wants to know who's had the nicest meet. Right. But who have you met so far? That's
the nicest meet in in the music scene here, or just in famous people, or
famous? Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Zach Wild. Zach Wild and Joey Belladonna. Me and Joey are good friends. He's funny. Me and him bust each other's balls. But Zach was such a big influence on me. So when they say, "Oh, don't meet your heroes," you get let down. But he didn't let me down, and he was so
right.
cool and nice and gave me his beer and he said, finish it. I'm like, oh my God, you're giving beer to an underage kid and you don't give a fuck. But, that's what he was drinking still. But yeah, we snuck into the Main Street Armory in Rochester for the meet and greet.
Nice.
And got to hang out with him and talk to him. And I'm like, meeting my guitar idol, and he was
right.
cool as you could imagine. And with Joey, I got the privilege of playing with him for filling him with Cheap Big Way, and me and Joey are doing some stuff in the fall time and springtime. I can't really talk about, and it's kind of not music related, but it's kind of music related. But it'll be interesting to see that.
Okay,
so can't say anything
weird
yet, but that
Joy Belladonna's karaoke night with Jimmy Falco.
Oh no, it's something. It's something to do with Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
all right.
So it's something on that level of film.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's actually very cool.
That's in the works right now. So
have you had
we'll see how that goes?
Have you met anyone that's been like a complete douche?
Well, locally,
dude.
Yeah. That like you thought would be cool, and then it was like, what a letdown.
No.
Okay.
I've met Vinnie Paul. I've met the Hell Yeah guys and the Five Finger guys. They're okay. They're they again, they're how is anyone gonna be super warm to a person they just met where it's just like, yeah, it's just another fucking fucktard coming up to
right.
him going, oh yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
But everyone has been decent.
Cool.
I can't recall anyone that Oh, okay. The only person that really was off-putting was Rob Zombie. He was really rude.
Okay.
Just very, very didn't want to be there, didn't want to shake hands, just wanted to look at, the chicks in line or whatever the hell. John 5 was okay. He wasn't great either. I mean, they were okay. They weren't great. I mean, I've met them a bunch of times, but that's just how Rob Zombie is, though. He's just very the whole time. So, but not very not welcoming. But whatever. I mean,
right.
I love. I think his music's great. Not a fan of his. There's a couple movies that I'll tolerate. Not on Halloween, of course, but that, I guess that's the only one that can come to mind. I'm not bashing him. It's just he wasn't like Zach Wilde who pulled you in for a hug and is like, hey, what's up, man? And start talking about fucking his new Les Paul. It's like, oh my God, this is a fucking dream come true.
Right.
Kind of thing. So,
it's funny. It's funny you mentioned Halloween because it kind of segues into this. How did you get involved making masks for Spook House Props?
Well, Spook House Props I invented. I didn't really join any company or anything like that.
Right.
But I always, I just always was obsessed with, it was Michael Myers that got me, into horror movies and stuff. I knew about, when I was younger, I knew about Frankenstein and the Wolfman, all that good shit. I used to see at my grandparents' house and stuff, but like that. But, until I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I'd never seen it, but I heard about it. Like, oh my God, that's the movie. So, and the second that like that music started, I was like scared shitless. But then I was terrified of Michael Myers first. But I was scared to. That night, I remember I'm like, I'm not gonna go to tonight. I know. But obviously that fear turned into being intrigued about, wow, that mask is awesome. Wow, that image is great. And that's where it kind of got into the whole, just searching on the internet one day where I kind of stumbled upon a website that had other, collectors.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, there's more than just masks out there that look like shit. That they're not just white masks. They're from, they're William Shatner masks. I'm like, wow, that's cool. So that snowballed into me starting to collect the Michael Myers stuff and realizing there was a whole entire community out there. And then, long story short, because as I've told this story before, to anybody who asks, but I was just looking on eBay one night at my parents' house looking for masks and stuff, and one came up. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I clicked on it, and I saw, you see where the location of the item is, and it said Liverpool, New York. And I'm like, that's funny. So I messaged the guy, and I said, hey, do you live near Hyde's by any chance? And sure as shit, that's where I met my mentor and one of my good dear friends to this day. His name is Nick Malpagano. And since then, that moment, met him and would go to his house every week, once a week, and just sit there and watch him make masks and mentor and just be in awe. I mean, that was like what I looked forward to like every day of the week. It was just unbelievable. And then we kind of lost touch for a little bit. I went through my, growing up phase and stuff, and I bought my own house. And after that, I kind of discovered this, workbench down here, and reconnected with him and just started putzing around with shit down here. And then it just snowballed into the end of the world, obviously now. So, and that's how it kind of all went.
Do you have
that good?
I see that there's a whole shit ton of them behind you, but do you have one that right there that you just pull into the camera so we can show some folks?
I almost fell. What?
That would have been awesome.
Fell. No, there's not one that I have. I mean, I don't know if I have anything I have made here, but I do Michael Myers stuff. I do. We're going to be doing a lot of different stuff. The Michael Myers mask is from a Captain Kirk mask, so that's always the biggest seller that we have. We do The Conjuring, The Nun. We do Vecna from Stranger Things. We do Jack Torrance from The Shining. Lots of other good stuff that we're working on. We're doing Mr. Barlow from Salem's Lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mrs. Doubtfire, we got in the works, which will be fun.
Oh,
got a
nice.
Frankenstein. So we're trying to branch out and do more than just Michael Myers and stuff like that. But
could
No,
you?
You met the guy who played Michael Myers, am I right?
A couple times.
Oh yeah, and that's the other thing too. That was the whole getting into the whole hobby and getting into the whole community. You discover conventions and meetings, group meetings and stuff like that, and we would travel down to New Jersey and Maryland and across the country and all over the place to meet these people that would have basically a million me's as collectors there, getting autographs and meeting Michael, the guy who played Michael Myers in part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whereas I met Mike, the guy who played Michael Myers, so many times we kind of became friends. His name is Dick Warlock. That's his stage name, but
Yeah.
And he played him in part 2. I also met Nick Castle, who played him in the original, and he's also a very, very nice guy. But me and Dick Warlock became actual good buddies with me
That's
and
cool.
Nick. And I talk, email him here and there, and such a nice guy. He was one of Walt Disney's closest friends. He always says that, always talks about that.
That's cool.
But
Yeah.
he's a great guy, and he lives down in Tennessee. But anytime he's close, we like to go and visit him and talk to him and bring a mask and have him sign it and stuff. And I love busting his balls or cutting the line or throwing something at him, just being stupid. But he's a really, really genuinely awesome guy, and and he knows it's not like he's faking our friendship. He knows exactly who I am, where he'll scream my name to the back of the line or whatever the hell. But he's a great guy, and I've met a lot of other great people in the horror industry through that stuff too.
Right.
Hey, who's the coolest person you ever met in the horror industry compared to the music industry, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because there has been a couple douchebags compared to some people that are just the sweetest people in the world, and will talk to you and just they don't give a shit because they're just people. Oh boy, okay. Anyways, where are you guys? You guys Mike's house or Jeff's house?
No, we got the little studio over here in my basement. So in Liverpool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, I've been to a lot of those Scaricons, and I always thought that would have been just a perfect venue for you to have a booth right over there and selling your wares.
It with, I helped Nick Malpagano Handy Boy Studios, he had a booth there one year, and it just, long story short, the amount of work to set the booth up and the amount of work to maintain it throughout the 3-day convention wasn't worth the, profit kind of thing,
right.
And obviously there to sell your stuff and obviously make connections and hang out with people. And that was built in, and that was really great. If I were to ever do something like that, I would probably go to a more heavily populated convention, which is more like Monster Mania down in New Jersey, Mask Fest that's like in Indiana, which I'd love to go to, but it's just, again, it's such a ton of work. If you're not, even the Turning Stone is 30 minutes away. It's still a lot of work to bring all your products, set up all your masks, set up all your stuff you're selling, and and man the booth all day and all night, sit there and just wait for people to come by, but no, it's something I would like to do in the future for sure. Gotta be the right place in the right time kind of thing.
That's a Spook House Props shirt, isn't it?
Yeah, this is, I wear my uniform every day with stains.
Nice.
Latex. So we're going to have some new merchandise coming out soon, or new, merch.
We'll swap shirts. We'll get you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and then you'll swap us with the Spook House. So with the getting back to the music, biggest blunder on stage you can think of that the fans might not have known it happened, but you did. And we ask every artist that comes on here the same question.
Yeah.
And they have to think for a second, but by the time
I got it.
Oh,
I got it. He says. That was quick.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I was in Dead Rose, and it was during the Harbor Fest Battle of the Bands, and I was playing, Jeff, you'll know this, I was playing through just a crate combo amp.
Yes.
But before that, I was running a company called Zoom. I don't know if they're still around.
They are.
Okay, so Zoom, an old processor thingy that had
the two pedals on it,
settings and stuff, and I got it.
Yep.
I got it from Greg's friend, who I don't even know where I got it from, but the input jack would sometimes fuck up and sometimes not work. And I remember we played our first song, and then the second song it just stopped working. And I'm like, I remember I froze. I've never. That's the only fucking time in my life that I was scared on stage. Every other time I don't give a fuck. But because I was younger too, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna ruin it for everyone, kind of thing.
Right.
And I remember I looked out in the crowd, my face is like. And then my guitar teacher was out there, or Farrar was out there, and he's like, he did this like, smile, like everything's okay, and I just kicked the fucking thing. I remember and just jammed the input in. I'm like, and it worked, and it kind of crackled here and there, but we went on to win the whole Battle of the Bands thing. I remember that. I remember we won that Harbor Fest Battle of the Bands, but I thought we played like shit. But I guess the judges didn't really care. But But yeah, that was the only time on stage that was like a plunder. And there was a blunder. But you probably didn't notice this on Thursday night. But I don't know what I was doing on stage, or if the impact of my feet with the guitar came down or something. But the back plate of my Les Paul just popped out completely, and I'm like, what's on my leg?
It's like all the wires.
The wires and the batteries just hanging out.
Even better.
I'm like, oh, so that happened on Thursday. But again, if I was 16 years old and that happened, I'd be like, oh. Now I'm like, whatever. Let's fuck this and just whatever. I don't care now.
I seem to recall the time not too long ago that you guys were playing at the gig, and they just couldn't understand where this fucking noise was coming from, and they're getting pissed. They're getting pissed at the sound guy, and Bill's like, "What the fuck?" And then I look at Jimmy, and I see him kind of look down at his pedal, and they just click, and this noise goes away. And not once did you go, "Oh, that was me," but I did. It was something to do with your pedals.
One that happens so much, I don't know or notice it or care. I don't even know, but it just, sound guys are tough to deal with sometimes, and sometimes there's a hum that's going through, or for power or for just whatever. But I remember that recently at the gig, but sometimes it's hit or miss there, but
right.
Even with just the limited venues. So.
I do love the fun that you guys have between you and J-Ro.
Yeah.
I love
when you run over and hit his. I don't know which button he's pushing, but he's pushing something.
Listen, he's pushing J-Ro's buttons. That's all he's doing.
And then J-Ro's playing, and he's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And I'm like, "He hit your button." I was sitting on the side of the stage, and I go, "He hit your button." And he looks down. He's like, "Dude, dude." So then he runs his little legs over to Jimmy's side, and then they have a battle of the buttons.
That's what he does.
Battle of the buttons.
I was just being funny. No, Jeff's a great addition to the band, and he causes no issues and no drama, and does his part. And we don't bicker over who gets this solo or that. And every time I tell him to play a solo, he's like, "Nope, not playing one." I'm like, "Oh, okay." But
guess I'm doing it.
I thought, okay, I'll just, whatever. But no, he's great. Same thing with Joel. Same thing with Jason. They're all great. Easy to deal with, and funny. Glad we're got a show Saturday in Schenectady, New York, at Rivers Casino. One of my favorite venues. Wish that was closer, but it's good. It's a good little getaway, which is nice. It breaks up the rotation of Sharkies and the gig and Average Joe.
Right.
Yeah.
Bar. I miss Max. I
Dude.
drive back today, and you're like, wasted real estate there.
Yes.
Sad. So.
Yeah, we all miss Max.
I wish,
think, dude.
I wish somebody who's got some money can just dig deep into their soul and go open that place back up.
Well, open it back up
and go back to what it was.
Yes.
Let's not try to make it.
Yes.
If you're going to be a rock venue, be a rock venue. If you're going to be a dance club, be a dance club.
Right.
But don't mix the two.
Don't. Yeah.
I mean,
also too, maybe keep it open Thursday through fucking Saturday. Don't even worry about the other days. Just
right.
Exactly.
Guess what? I got to pee. So.
Well, there you go. So, we're close to the end anyway. So
cool,
there you go. Jimmy has the 1 hour bladder.
Gotcha.
Oh, dude. No, it's terrible. I drink sparkling water all day and coffee, and I just had a beer, and
I told you to bring a piss bucket with you.
It's fine.
It's all good.
Well, Jimmy, we want to thank you. I know you do not have the ability to hold it long, as I've seen you.
No. Well, that's the thing too is like, even if I'm on stage, I'll try to wait for a song where Jeff can take the reins and just play the rhythm or whatever, unless there's a song where I got to really do some intricate parts. I'm like, whatever. I mean, I've pissed off the back of the Sharky stage. I can't, just that poor band is so stained. I'm just kidding.
That's all right. We had our drummer did it every time, and then when Rockaholic came out, Bobby Lett, our bass player, almost to the point where we knew it was coming. I wrote a song called "Take a Piss," and it was just about Bobby Lett taking a piss.
There you go.
Ain't no band better than this, except when Bobby Lett's got to take a piss. That was kind of the lyrics, and we did it to like a blues riff, and it gave him enough time to run and take a piss and come back. It's like, dude, we have 4 more songs left. Why does it always get to this point?
Right.
I don't know. Man. I mean, I'd be scared to go to concerts sometimes where it was general admission. Like, you lost your spot. If you're going to take a piss, that's it.
Right.
Like, oh.
Well, we want to thank you for being on so much.
No, I appreciate you guys having me on, and glad we could talk about some backstory of my musical career and my mask stuff. And
absolutely.
Hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, and I'm going to go eat food and take a really long piss.
There you go.
All right.
Brother, thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon, man.
Later. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Thanks, Jimmy.
All right, see you, Jim.
Take it easy, man.
Bye.
So that's always a good way to end an interview.
Yeah. I gotta pee.
You're still stretching.
There he goes.
So yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't know that. Everybody knows
Jimmy's musical side. but a lot of them don't know
Right.
the mask side.
Yeah. So I put the link up, and Spook House Props is up. The link is on there.
Yes.
Do yourselves a favor, seriously. If
Go
you
check this
are
out. Oh,
a
man.
fan of Michael Myers, or you a fan of some of the other stuff he's done,
Yeah.
just go and take a look. And Jimmy goes live putting these masks together.
Yeah.
These masks, they are not something you're going to run to Spirit
Oh, Halloween store.
or a Halloween store
Right.
and go buy this thing.
No.
This is a handmade, and when I say handmade,
It is
he's
totally,
putting each hair is like he's grooming where it's going to go,
Yep.
and he's clipping it, and it really is amazing.
Yeah,
So
it is.
do yourselves a favor, get on there, go see the Spook House Props site, and then I'm thinking I might go over there and see if he can give me a couple
Make you
strands, a couple strands where
See if
mine, where mine has
worth
been leaving.
missing?
Jesus Christ, dude,
Oh,
it's
man.
getting terrible. I'm praying to God, and he's not listening.
No, good.
No, I'm not.
See,
Thank God.
You're welcome.
can you imagine if we got everything we prayed for?
Well,
I wouldn't be able to wear pants.
exactly. I need an extra slot. What's the third leg?
Third leg, yeah, yeah, okay. So-
anyway,
So we got the picks of the week from Uncle Jimmy.
yep.
We got the band he wanted us. Who was the band he said that he should take a look at?
Oh, Mad Damage.
Mad Damage.
Yep.
Damn, brain damage.
Brain damage. Mad Damage.
Mad damage. Damn damage.
Damn.
Good for him. So we got
Yes.
Mad Damage. So if you get a chance, go
Go check them out
seek them
somewhere.
out. Yes.
And you also have Dealer's Choice this weekend. Rockfest at Monterey's.
Yeah,
You know?
Monterey's. We've been there.
I haven't heard that word in a
I didn't know
long
he was
time.
doing music again. I mean, I know that they did some acoustic
Yeah.
stuff. What the fuck? Roadhouse Prophets. I always want to say the Urban Prophets.
Oh, okay.
Roadhouse Prophets was the last one I saw out there. But they're good people. They're great
Yeah.
people. When I had the bar, they were always like first and foremost. If I needed something, I could call and be like, "Hey, you know,
I need you.
I need a keg of this. I just
Yeah.
ran out. Come and get it." They're just good people compared to some of the other bar owners. They're not as
Yeah.
desirable, kind of douchebags.
Correct.
Not them.
No.
So we wish them nothing but the best.
And then apparently an honorable mention, Tennyson Ave at Pastas on the Green Friday night.
Have you been out to Pastas on the Green?
I have not actually.
Dude, let me tell you something. That venue, great for outdoor shows.
Okay.
He put a patio. He covered half of it,
Oh,
so it's not completely covered, but
Okay.
he covered half the patio. And then they have a big deck, and there's nothing wrong with having the biggest deck around.
no.
No,
there's not.
I would not know.
I wouldn't know.
No, neither one of us would
No.
know that. No.
No.
But I think it's packed.
How many people can you fit on there?
I want to say 400, 450.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to push it, I don't think he's pushed it. But Off the Reservation played there the other day, and we'll be having our friend
Tiger.
Mr. Tiger.
Yeah.
And we're not talking Tiger Woods.
No.
Tiger will be on the show, but there's another band.
Oh, I know.
Great guys.
Go see him.
You kidding me?
Go see him.
The drummer is
Eric.
Eric.
I love Eric.
He's such a.
And Eric loves everybody.
He is. He's such a
just
gentleman.
Great guy.
He comes, dude, been listening to the podcast, love the show. So, Eric, if you're listening, which hopefully you are, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. We love you, brother.
Yeah, and people, if you're listening and you want a T-shirt from the Good, the Band, and the Ugly, we want you to represent. I had Sean Brennan the other day was like, "I'm gladly would pay you for one." I'm like, no, not at all.
No.
We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
So when we mention our sponsors, the money that we get from our sponsorships does not go in our pockets.
No.
We use it for things like T-shirts and hopefully hats, and if we need a new microphone or something. But
Right.
it's not. We do this because we love to do it.
Yeah.
And it's the recognition from it when we go out and people say they like it. That to me, that is
Awesome.
huge. Huge. It's worth the price of admission. So we want to thank you guys again. I know I said it in the beginning, but
No, you can't thank them enough, honestly.
yeah, it's a lot lately.
Yeah.
It when we had the band, we had people come up and say, "Hey, we saw you play out," or "When are you going to play next? We want to come see you." But this, people are coming up and
Totally
saying,
different.
"Dude, I listen every week. It's
Yes.
fucking hilarious." I was I kind of reeled it in this week. Wasn't being the fucking chucklehead that I usually am. Although the jokes are still there, but
They always will be.
yeah, busting balls.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
We're getting the hell out of here.
we are getting the hell out of here. Look at this,
Look at this.
dude. It's been an hour almost to the second.
That's even better.
That's huge right there.
It is. So let's thank
Now we get to do all the
Okay.
editing and shit.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Thank you to the Print Shop Underground.
Great Aug Medical Supply, DJ Life's a Beach.
Yes. Go out and see DJ Life's at Beach. JJ is one of the best karaoke DJs around. The kid is the hardest working fucking DJ in Syracuse and doesn't get enough respect. So DJ Life's a Beach.
Yep.
He's at the Gathering Lounge on Friday and Saturdays. He is at Tiki Bar during the summer on Mondays.
Nice.
He's at Average Joe's on Wednesday. You want to get up on the stage and look like a rock star? Go sing out.
That's the way to do it.
Do the karaoke at Average Joe's.
Yep. We got Toffee Break Toffee,
Snarky Productions, and of course,
our newest.
not to rhyme with Snarkies, but Sharkies.
Sharkies Event Center.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim.
Get out there. Go out there on Thursday nights for bike night. Go out there during the weekends when we got some national stuff. You
Yep.
got the rods coming up on, I think, the 26th. Make sure you look. And, of course, on the 17th of August, do not forget
No.
world premiere of
Ryder.
Thanks, Jimmy Falco.
Yes, thank you to Jimmy Falco, Uncle Jimmy, and any
And
other
Uncle Jimmy.
Jimmy that's out there.
And Jim from Sharkies.
Jim from Sharkies.
The 3 Jims.
Jimmy Palooza.
Jimmy Palooza. It's going to happen.
I'm Big Papa.
I'm Jeff.
You've been listening to The Good
The Band.
and The Ugly. We out of here. We will see you tomorrow
Correct.
for Stormy Curtis.